Hey everybody! Well, I can't think of a better way to show off BRP's most powerful Sea-Doo product news to you than by actually being in it out here on the water. And by now, you've probably figured out that it is our completely redesigned RXPX 300. So as you can probably tell, this machine is about to redefine the world of performance watercraft. The new RXPX is jam-packed with loads of high-performance features that are all designed around our riders to make sure that adrenaline seekers get the ride of their life. I've just put it to the test, and all I can say is they're in for a next level on-water experience with heart-racing performance that will leave every other rider in their wake. So what makes the new RXPX such a badass? Well, let's dive in. Starting with the hull, which builds upon the soft chines and deep V shape of our previous T3 profile. The most exciting innovation here is our industry-first shark gill feature at mid-hull. It works by regulating airflow beneath the surface of the water, which means way more stability and control when leaning into those fast turns. And riders can confidently turn tighter at high speeds now too, thanks to new aggressive X sponsons that deliver unparalleled tracking and precision even in rough conditions. Now, you've heard me mention speed a few times. That's because the redesigned RXPX boasts an impressive weight reduction of almost 60 pounds, plus a factory-installed high-performance polished impeller. And with our well-known Rotax 300 horsepower supercharged engine, the new RXPX clocks 0 to 50 in under 3 seconds, making it the quickest accelerating factory-built personal watercraft on the waves. Of course, all that super fast acceleration and high-speed cornering can be physically demanding on a rider. So, we've addressed that too, with all new race-inspired ergonomic features. Our next generation Ergolock R system includes an industry-first one-up performance seat with a rear saddle that's adjustable by up to 5 inches forward and back. This revolutionary design allows riders to withstand more G-force than any other PWC, which means less upper body fatigue. Combined with our other Ergolock R features, like tacky textured zones on the seating surface, deep knee pockets, double-angled footrests, and low-rise handlebars with rounded grips, riders can now lock into performance-level control and predictable handling. Now, they can focus more on commanding the ride instead of just hanging on. Every aspect of the Ergolock design is crafted to forge a close relationship between pilot and machine. That's why you'll often hear us say you don't sit on a Sea-Doo, you sit in one. Well, by this point, I'm betting you'd like to see a little more of what this redesigned Sea-Doo can actually do. So let's hear what our Sea-Doo ambassadors, Erminio and Anthony, have to say about it.
The direction that Sea-Doo is going and just always pushing the boundaries. People are going to be just minds blown. It's absolutely fast. It's blistering fast.
Right under full of power whenever I hit it, I knew that the guys at Sea-Doo, the engineers, went out there and they produced the #1 machine.
They've always had a good RXPX, but it's just amazing the design elements they brought over from racing to a production model now this year. And I'm just blown that it just keeps getting faster and faster every year.
The first impression that most people are going to get once they sit on this watercraft is that feeling of getting into a fighter jet plane. It's like a cockpit. Your feet go deep inside, you have the handlebars right up to you. The whole look of it just looks mean, like it's about to gulf up all the water and just go ballistic.
With the weight reduction of 60 pounds, the acceleration is amazing.
I can tell it's a little bit lighter, but it's kind of fooling the way the hull is designed. It's like vacuuming itself down to the water.
You know, there's an all-new hull design now, T3R. Through the chop and through the rough conditions and behind other wakes and stuff, it's glued to the water and it's doing everything you want it to do.
Just a little movement of my shoulders and bam, it's like a surgical tool. When you're by yourself, you can go a million miles per hour. Once you put someone on there, you can do the same thing and they'll enjoy the ride.
Because you can go solo, practice, do what you want, and with the 2-up seat, it's like you have a racecraft, but then you just have a daily driver as well that you can just bring your family out, your girlfriend out, and just really enjoy the Sea-Doo life.
Those guys have some pretty cool jobs. So like Arminio and Anthony were saying, all the high performance stuff is super fun, but sometimes you might want to gear down a little and just spend a day cruising, maybe with a co-pilot on board. So, in addition to those new integrated link attachment points for your favorite accessories, we've also maxed out the storage on the RXPX. The front compartment now delivers a full 40 liters, or almost 11 gallons more storage space than before. We've also introduced the popular watertight, shock-resistant phone compartment you're already familiar with from our other platforms. Plus, we've increased the fuel tank capacity by 10 liters, or around 2.5 gallons. And while you're out there playing on the waves, you can immerse yourself in some sound waves too, thanks to the watertight 100-watt BRP audio premium system, featuring intuitive, easy-to-access controls and Bluetooth capability. Sound good? Well, listen to this. We also wanted to make sure we were really showing off the lean, muscular design of the new RXPX. So we created some fantastic new colorations, like the nostalgic midnight purple you see here, which was inspired by the 1991 Sea-Doo XP, as well as an eye-popping millennium yellow. Well, I could probably go on about the RXPX all day, but I've got some other exciting product news to share with you. And for that, we'll need to throttle down a little bit. Now, when you're out fishing or navigating shallow waterways, or you're riding through lots of vegetation or debris, we all know how irritating it is when your pump clogs and you have to get off your watercraft to clear it. In fact, our research has shown that this is riders' #1 irritant. And since BRP is always looking for new ways to innovate and to make the riding experience better and better, we knew this was an important challenge to take on. Back in 2009, we revolutionized the PWC industry with IBR, the industry's first braking system. Now, BRP is revolutionizing once again and setting a new industry standard with IDF, our intelligent debris-free pump system. There's a ton of exhaustive technology, engineering, and testing behind this, of course. But what matters most to our riders is how much easier IDF is going to make their life out on the water. To tell you more about IDF, I'll turn things over to Sea-Doo Ambassador Bree and Sea-Doo expert Tim.
Sea-Doo is introducing the next intelligent technology, the industry-first Intelligent Debris-Free Pump System, or IDF. Another innovation to help you live a more adventurous Sea-Doo life. Now riders can have the peace of mind knowing that if they do explore a new area with weeds and debris, Sea-Doo offers a system that'll clear the water jet pump at the push of a thumb.
Having the new IDF system standard on the Fish Pro will allow me to get to more places and not worry about getting stuck, or having to jump in and get debris out of the intake.
The new intelligent debris-free pump system is going to be available on the Sea-Doo Fish Pro and the GTX Limited, and it'll also be available as an option on the GTX 170 and the 230. So regardless, if you're trying to find that sneaky fish in the weeds, or if you're just touring new bays that you're unfamiliar with, you can do this again without worrying about sucking something up, because at the push of a button, the new IDF system will push that debris right back out of the pump.
Getting debris such as weeds, plastic bags, or twigs in the water intake can stop the fun before it really starts. And a lot of the times, the fish are in the weeds. If IDF can get me into more areas without worrying about getting stuck, I'm gonna have a lot more fun and hopefully catch more fish. Whether you're fishing or touring, this innovation makes living the Sea-Doo life worry-free in areas where there's underwater debris and vegetation that grows close to the surface.
The Intelligent Debris-Free Pump System, or IDF for short, reverses the water flow to push debris caught on the intake off. Debris on the intake can cause a vibration, lack of propulsion, and can affect the cooling system. It's easy to use. From the handlebar-mounted control pad, the driver turns the engine off. Next, the IDF button is pushed and a transmission reverses the rotation of the drive shaft and impeller when the engine is restarted. With a couple of short revs, the debris on the intake is pushed off. And you shut the engine off and the system returns to normal operation. The Sea-Doo IDF system helps keep the fun going all day long without hesitation, so no more debris for Bree?
Exactly. The IDF system is going to make exploring new areas so much more carefree. My Sea-Doo life just got a lot easier.
Very cool stuff. We like to call IDF your on-water trouble-free insurance. Because just like insurance, when you need it, you're going to be really glad you've got it. The new IDF comes as an option on the GTX 170 and 230 and standard on the GTX Limited 300 and the Fish Pro 170. Also for the Fish Pro, we're introducing some great new accessories this year, including front rod holders and a link cup holder option. And while I'm on the topic of accessories, some super handy new additions that also extend to our other Sea-Doo models include a new and improved speed tie system and a link cooler extension. So, whether you're the type who prefers to have your fishing rod in the water all day or your feet, living your Sea-Doo life is now more comfortable and convenient than ever. A minute ago, I talked about how BRP is revolutionizing the onboard experience on our redesigned RXPX. But that's not the only model to take a radical leap forward for model year 21. Our GTX Limited has some pretty big news for our riders too. An all-new 7.8-inch wide, full-color LCD display. This new high-resolution display is intuitive, organized, and gives riders access to loads of features and information with both hands on the handlebars. In seconds, they can easily navigate through menus and access watercraft optimized smartphone apps like weather, maps, music, and more using the free BRP Connect app. But all that information isn't very useful if you can't see it. So we designed a screen that reduces glare and is easy to read under any lighting conditions. And of course, we didn't forget to bring the fun. The new infotainment system on the GTX Limited features Bluetooth capability, so you can play music and more directly from your phone, while also delivering automatic speed-sensitive volume and improved sound quality. And it's all right at your fingertips. Now, you know us, so you know the news for 2021 doesn't stop there. It continues right across the Sea-Doo lineup, starting with some jaw-dropping new colorations that have super cool names like Eclipse Black and Gulfstream Blue, just to name a couple. But a great-looking machine is only half of the Sea-Doo experience. Of course, our riders want to look the part too. So let's take a peek at some highlights from our awesome new apparel lineup for the year ahead. Well, as always, there's still loads more to share. But I'm ready to go out and have some more fun. So be sure to check out seadoo.com for all the details. Thanks for tuning in, and see you on the water.